Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ridge and Brooke will have a private boat lift. There'll also be a glowing fashion show. Luisa is a popular Italian developer who's joined forces with Forrester Creations on a new fashion line. That means it's time for a fashion show that'll delight those in attendance and produce some buzz for the company. The event will take place in Capri on the La Canzone del Mare Sundeck, where Eric will make a speech and raise a glass as he addresses the crowd. Ridge and Brooke will take part in this group exertion, but they'll also squeeze in a little alone time. Since Brooke and Ridge will take a private boat lift over to Capri before the fashion show, that'll give them a chance to bond and memorize over once passages to Italy. Ridge may find it decreasingly delicate to concentrate on his commitment to Taylor, especially since she's all the way back in Los Angeles. Brooke will reconnect with Ridge as they witness some magical moments together, so it's safe to say he'll be detracted from his engagement. Eric will continue to play Cupid and hope that Ridge will eventually come to his senses about Brooke being his future. There'll be some obstacles when it comes to Brooke and Ridge's reunion, like Nick since he's got big plans of his own involving Brooke, a boat and Capri. Brooke's on the verge of getting fed up with Ridge and turning her attention to Nick rather, so Ridge's jealous side will surely come out. We will see lots of fashion show fun and all the gorgeous designs that come with an event like this. It'll be a fantastic way to protest off this Italy adventure and will set the tone for all the excitement to come. Brooke's feelings will be each over the place thanks to Ridge and Nick's conduct. Brooke falls in the water. It seems that Nick could get sabotaged, but he wouldn't give up. Taylor could find a way to asset on Ridge while he's down. Eric issues a warning to Nick. Nick is the type of Joe who does what he wants. So, he will end here, which could set the stage for some sabotage. It seems that Nick and Brooke get separated ever in Italy. At some point, Brooke gets on Ridge's boat. Back on the thoroughfares of Italy, Nick is soliciting a man to find him a boat. Latterly, Nick proudly declares, "Let the fun begin." So, it sounds like he's ready to fight for the woman he loves. Brooke falls into the water. It looks like Ridge will be the one to play idol for Brooke. Nick report back to Taylor what's going on. Taylor did ask him to keep tabs on Brooke, but she just might catch on her fiancé herself. Ridge to have a romantic epiphany. That likely leads Ridge to supplicate Brooke to come back to him. I wonder if there will be a twist, and if Brooke will suddenly realize she's better than the Waffle King. There could also be Finn and Bridget disquisition into Liam phenomenon. That could bring a lot of trouble for Grace. Steffi will be leaving city for a little bit with the children. Of course, suckers know that the actress is presently pregnant with her 5th child. While she'll evaporate for a little bit, Steffi will return. There should also be an update into what comes next for Liam. With Steffi gone, could Liam get near to hope? Taylor has mellowed out on the Bold and the Beautiful. It was ain't that long ago that she was having food fights and transferring other men to sleep with Brooke. Taylor knows deep down that she's losing Ridge again, and sparks will fly for Bridge in Naples, Italy. How far will she go to keep her man? Taylor can see the jotting on the wall. She knows that Ridge and Brooke could hit the waists while they're in Italy. Since she wasn't invited, Taylor does the coming stylish thing and encourages Nick to lay it on thick with Brooke in Europe. Taylor is known to be a bit of a jet-setter, and has spent some time in Italy. It wouldn't be delicate for her to hop on an airplane and head to Italy herself. Ridge's fiancé knows that Eric is trying to push the spouses back together. She might indeed decide to crash the Forrester Creations trip to make sure that there's no funny business going on. It doesn't count what Taylor does. Bradley Bell has formally dropped teasers saying that Brooke and Ridge are wind-up. We know that commodity happens in Italy that's a game changer, and inspires a change of heart for Ridge Forrester. Taylor's engagement is going to be short-lived and she's cruising for an emotional bruising. Taylor Hayes will cross a line trying to stop the ineluctable? She follow them to Italy. Lee will be in the hot seat. Finn undervalued how important Sheila cares about her dead granddaughter. Sheila was devastated when she learned that Luna didn't survive her projectile crack and passed away when she arrived at the sanitarium. No bone. differently seems concerned about Luna's unanticipated death. Sheila will want to recognize Luna and conceivably indeed have some kind of honorary or burial for her. Where's her body, however? The sanitarium was in chaos after the firing, and no bone actually asked to see Luna's body or indeed mentioned whether she'd be cremated. However, there's a veritably real chance that she's not dead after all, if Luna was cremated without any substantiations. But, that begs the question, why would Lee fake Finn's son's death? Lee sounded to have no use for her bastard, and didn't indeed want her and her mama Poppy near her family. Why would Lee have an unforeseen change of heart and fake her death rather than sew her up and hand her over to authorities to face the music for firing Liam? Still, Sheila Carter is going to get to the bottom of it, if Lee did commodity shady at the sanitarium and Luna Nozawa is still alive. Still, it's Sheila and she'll figure out the verity ultimately, if there's anyone that knows a thing or two about faking their death. Bridget Forrester appearances when there's a medical extremity on the cleaner and the Forrester Creations crew is at the sanitarium. Bridget has been involved in Liam cancer plot since last month, and has been spending a lot of time with Finn at the office. Rumors have suggested for a while now that sparks could fly between Finn and Bridget while they're working together. The fact that we know Finn's marriage is going to be hanging on by a thread only makes it feel more likely that he could hook up with Bridget. However, he habituate have to look far for a shoulder to cry on, if Steffi dumps Finn. There are numerous single men in the B&B dating pool right now. However, could she fall for her patient Liam while she's probing his miraculous recovery? If Bridget doesn't fall for Finn, Bridget could catch Bill's eye. He's tragically single at the moment and is hopeless for fellowship. Liam is presently in a sanitarium bed in the Spencer mansion, so it wouldn't be crazy if Bridget starts spending time at Bill's house. Could Bridget's croaker visits turn social? Who would be a good match for Bridget Forrester? Donna did when she put Taylor in her place and principally spelled everything out for her by telling her that Brooke belongs with Ridge. Period. We wants to know what took Donna so long to say so loud that everyone in the reverse could hear it, too. We know that Brooke and Ridge are meant to be with one another and that Taylor is nothing but a temporary bait for now. There's heavy enterprise suggesting Grace might be in on the secret when it comes to whether or not Luna is alive or dead. Keep reading below for everything you need to know. There's heavy enterprise amongst Luna is still alive and kickin'. That's because there's a veritably good chance that when her Aunt Lee operated on her, she might have saved her life but preferred not to tell anyone. The only other person with this information could fluently be Dr. Buckingham, seeing how she was working by Lee's side in the operating room. Buckingham can be seen getting a big deposit on her phone. There's also the possibility that Lee is presumably hiding Luna right now and is going to do so for as long as possible or until the time is right to tell the verity about what had really happened. Lee does believe that Luna is still a sweet girl that has just been steered in the wrong direction, no thanks to her wayward mama, Poppy. That's why she's doing everything that she can to hopefully give her another shot at life. That's why she also needs people like Buckingham to keep quiet. Sure, this might be incredibly unethical, but Lee needs everyone to cooperate, for better or for worse.